Good afternoon. My name is Tyler Sams. I'm the outgoing president of the Greater Longview TASO Soccer chapter. Thanks for stopping in and viewing this video. We're going to show you how it is that you are going to submit your schedules this season to make sure that you have referees for your games. A lot of this information will be coming to you via email, but we're going to submit this video to YouTube just so that you can have kind of a primer for how you're going to be submitting your schedule this season. First thing I'm going to need you to do is open up your web browser and come to our chapter website. Here is the address in the address bar. This is the same website that we have operated for the past 5-6 years or so. And so that's where you're going to go. Once you arrive at our website, you're going to come over here to the For Coaches tab. Click on that. And we're going to download the schedule template. You're going to just click right here anywhere on this line to be able to download the template. Please note the text at the bottom there. After completing the schedule documents, we need you to email them to our assigner and to our president. And you're going to fill out this schedule template using Google Sheets. We have found that that is going to be the most consistent way to get this submitted. So if you would, please use Google Sheets as you fill out your schedule. Here's how we're going to do that. Number one, you want to download the template. Once that happens, we want to come over here to Google Sheets, and we're going to start a blank spreadsheet. So click up here at blank, and here is our nice blank spreadsheet, and we want to import the template that we have that we've already downloaded. So we're going to open a file, come over here to upload. We're going to select what we're uploading, and it's the template. Let's upload that, and here we go. Here is our template. As you kind of look over this, you'll notice some of these columns look like they are intended to be ignored, and they are. So please don't mess with any of the height or width settings on these columns. C, D, H, J, L, N, you don't have to worry about inputting anything into those columns. Before we get started inputting things here, you'll notice if you will hover above these column headings, it will give you some information about how to input in the various columns. For example, here in date, month, day, year. So as you are submitting the documents, let's say you are the Longview High School boys coach. You're going to be submitting 2 schedule documents, at least 2. You'll be submitting the boys varsity schedule. In a separate document, you'll be submitting the boys junior varsity schedule. And if you're doing a tournament this year, you're going to submit the tournament as its own schedule template as well. So basically, whatever team you are coaching, you're going to be submitting a schedule for them. We're not going to have JV and varsity listed on the same schedule. One schedule for JV, one schedule for boys varsity, one schedule for girls varsity. And if you're hosting a tournament, a separate schedule for the tournament. Let me show you how this is going to be inputted. We're going to start here. Let's say we want to host a game on January the 2nd, 2022. We are month and day and year, 01/02/22. Let's say we're going to host the game at 7 p.m. We're using military time, so that's 1900 hours. What sport are we? We are playing soccer, and we're doing high school soccer. So let's select that. And what level? Well, let's say that we are assigning for the Kilgore High School girls varsity team. So let's, under home team, go down here and select Kilgore High School. We're assigning girls varsity. And let's say they're going to have a game coming up against Athens High School. That game is going to take place at Kilgore. Now, as you're selecting the site, we would ask that you be as specific as possible. While, yes, the game is going to take place at Kilgore, we can be even more specific and say that the game is going to take place at Kilgore R.E. St. John Stadium. Be as specific as you can with the site of your game. We'll select R.E. St. John Stadium. Sub-site, we don't need any information there, so go ahead and leave L blank like we talked about earlier. And bill to, who is it that's going to be responsible for payment? That's going to be Kilgore High School. Select them, and there you go. You have the game. You have input the game. Let's say we've got a game coming up on January the 5th that we need to input. Same thing, 01/05/22. Let's say this game is going to take place at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's 1,300 hours. And this is going to be a high school girls varsity soccer game because remember, we're submitting a unique schedule for boys varsity, girls varsity, boys JV, and girls JV. Again, this is the schedule for Kilgore High School. So let's find Kilgore High School. Let's say we've got a game scheduled on this day, but we're waiting for two teams to get back to us as to who is going to be involved as the away team. Just select to be determined. The site, of course, is still going to be at RE St. John's Stadium, and we're billing to Kilgore High School. There you go. So that is how you're going to go through and input your schedule. Remember, all of this right here needs to be the same, basically the same on the schedule. You're not going to be assigning a high school girls JV game on this schedule. You may be putting in, for example, a girls varsity scrimmage on here. That will be absolutely fine. But on this schedule, you would not, for example, be putting in a girls high school tournament. That's going to go on its own schedule, so just leave that blank. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how this is going to go. Once you have your schedule input, come over here to File, and you're going to email this file. If you want to send yourself a copy, that'd be great, but we're going to send this over here to Matt Allen, who is our assigner, and in addition to Matt, we're going to send that to prez.glts@gmail.com. Let's send it there. Subject, this is the 2022 Kilgore Girls Varsity schedule. Please find the attached Kilgore Girls Varsity schedule. And we're going to save that in Microsoft Excel format, and then we're going to have that sent out. So that's how that's going to happen. Remember, we need a separate document submitted, one for JV, one for varsity, one for girls, one for boys. So if you've got all four, JV boys, JV girls, varsity boys, varsity girls, then there will be a total of at least 4 schedules submitted on separate documents. And then if you have a tournament, go ahead and submit your tournament as a separate document as well. And let me say this about tournaments as we wrap up. Let's say that you're doing a tournament. Let's say instead of this being girls varsity, this is a girls varsity tournament that you're submitting the schedule for. And let's say you're trying to schedule the knockout rounds. We don't know who the home team and who the away team is going to be. That's fine. Come down here and we'll put in to be determined versus to be determined 1. And that's how you would submit for the knockout rounds. So there's the information for you. That's how you're going to submit these. You can save them locally, but then please email them over to our assigner and to our chapter president as soon as you have those input. And then we will go ahead and upload those directly into our system so that our referees, so that we can rather begin assigning our referees to those games as soon as we receive a schedule from you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to help in whatever way we can. Thanks for taking the time to check out this video. Have a great day.